Hello and welcome to my channel, Lucille Williams with Christian Talk. It's okay not to be perfect all the time. It's okay. And that's what I want to talk about today. Right now in our culture, we can put out about us whatever we want. We put things on Facebook, we put things on Twitter, all the social media we have, Instagram, and it can be very tempting to always just put out what is our favorable looks, what is makes us look the best that we can, to make us look as perfect as we can. So as you can see, it's the end of the day. I'm kind of tired. My hair's kind of messy. I don't really have much makeup on anymore. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm still going to talk. I'm still going to do a video. I'm going to talk to y'all. And I'm going to talk about how it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay. And in line with that, coming up, my husband has another surgery. It's not going to be for a couple months. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record probably daily or every or whatever, as often as possible. And I'm just going to be whatever it is that day, I'm going to talk about what's going on. Because he had knee surgery about 6 months ago. And most of what I did through his recovery, sometimes I couldn't even get a shower in because I was just busy taking care of him. And so it was no makeup, hair mess, no shower. I was an absolute mess. And so this time, during that phase, I'm just going to talk about what's happening in our home, what's happening with his surgery, and how I'm taking care of him. And I'm just going to be whatever I look like that day. That's what I'm going to record. And I think that's going to be kind of interesting. And I'm just going to talk about whatever I want to talk about with regard to what's happening with his recovery and what's happening in our home. And I think that's going to be kind of interesting because I'm not going to worry about makeup. I'm not going to worry about my hair. I'm just going to be natural, and whatever it is that day, that's what you're going to get. And I'm going to talk about it. So I don't want to be afraid to put out not looking perfect and not being perfect, because really at the end of the day, none of us are perfect. And so trying to put this front of looking a certain way all the time, being perfect all the time, that's just not showing our humanness. And I think that it's okay to be human. It's okay to be flawed. It's okay not to look your best all the time. It's okay to put things on social media that are just real and raw and not perfect. And I think today in our culture, a lot of times we're very tempted to just be so self-conscious that, oh, I look more fat in that picture, or my hair doesn't look right, or my makeup, or I have a blemish that I don't want people to see, or whatever. And then we only want to put what's perfect. And then when we look at people's things, we always look at their best and we compare it to our worst. And that's what social media has become. Sometimes we look on Facebook and we look at how everyone's life is perfect and ours maybe doesn't seem perfect. And I think that could be very damaging to us. And we need to remember that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to be flawed, because if you're human, you are flawed. And that's what I want to be on this channel. I just want to be human. I want to be flawed. I don't want to have to be perfect, because I don't think anyone is perfect, and life isn't perfect, and life is painful, and life is hard. And some days are harder than others. Like today was a little harder day than other days. It was just kind of grueling, and I was up late, and I had things I had to take care of today, and I did my best. I did my best to get everything done to the best of my ability, but looking perfect or looking my best just wasn't in the cards today, and that's okay. So basically my message to you today is okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to be okay. And that's it. So if you can relate to this, hit like, please hit subscribe, and check out my book, From Me to We. From Me to We talks about how it's okay not to be perfect in marriage too. And there's a lot of stories in there that talk about that. So until next time, do your best not to be perfect.